The Shoot Shoot podcast is sponsored by Totally Charged, the UK's leading supplier for cream chargers and dispensers, whether that's for bulk catering use or just small amounts for the novice chefs. And if you use the discount code SHOOTERSHOOT, you get a 10% discount off every order. And that's for over 18s only. So that is totallycharged.co.uk. Get baking, you know.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I'm very nervous.
Yeah, of course, some of the secrets is going to come out.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
He said-
we all swear to say the truth, nothing but the truth, absolute truth.
Nothing but the truth, Mike.
The truth.
Dad, I never lie. Do I ever lie?
Yeah, but you refuse to say.
You see, there's a difference.
That's very true. That's very
Knows
true.
you very well.
Just a little bit.
Uncle, I heard you wanted to start us off with a prayer.
Here do we go.
Yeah, you go, Dad.
Heavenly Father of Glory, tonight we are starting our podcast. Be with us. Let it be a successful one. Let it go and touch people's life positively in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen.
I felt that.
That was good. That was a good little prayer, that.
I feel like we should start every podcast like that.
With a prayer.
I'm still trying to edit these
Bless the
dials,
pod.
man. There we go.
I won't want to bore you guys.
Nah, you pray along, Dad. Pray along.
No, it's all right. That's cool enough.
Anyways, welcome to episode 83 of the Shoot Shoot podcast.
Mike is under pressure.
No, I can,
Pressure.
I've never seen him like this.
Featuring my dad.
You know, it can be a good thing. Bring me in every now and again when he's not behaving himself. I mean, that way,
Yeah.
put a kind of shock absorber. You know, draw a line.
Crack the whip.
I agree,
Or
Uncle.
the belt.
You know, your son can be a dictator sometimes. He doesn't like to listen, so it's always good to have someone to rein him in a little bit.
They give me the nickname Mugabe on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mugabe is even better. Let's call you Idi Amin.
Oh,
Amin.
you done upgraded.
Can someone explain to me who that is?
Dad,
Yeah,
explain.
Idi Amin is of Uganda. You need to go on your YouTube and go and get a lot of facts about this young gentleman. Of course, he's able-bodied, big, and he's not looking anything nice anyway. He is more of a dictator.
What did he do? Like, give us like
Oh, Mike, it's like looking in the mirror, mate.
You should ask me what he didn't do.
That is Mike.
He did everything negatively.
oh no.
He was the same guy who actually sent all the foreigner away from his country
Yeah.
without any resources, and you know, he's done so many that's too many to mention. And he's a very bad guy to the West, you know, because he's a terrorist. He has taken the
Check.
plane of the Israeli and pretended like he doesn't know anything about it, but his country is an heaven for people who wants to do bad things.
Yeah. So I can't be this guy. There's no way.
Yeah, it's
Of course, yes.
it's an
Ship him.
amazing.
Ship him.
I mean,
As
spot
life
on.
goes on, things goes, you know, slower.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you are a little, let's say a little bit slower than him. You know,
Just a little bit, Mike. This is coming from your dad. It's coming from your dad.
Oh, so mad. I'm still trying to edit these dials, you know. Just a little bit.
Oh, we can't have any.
We can't have any
Hiccups.
technical difficulties
Yeah,
here.
have any
Trust me, I
hiccups
got
in
this.
this
Trust
episode?
me, I got this, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll make
we've heard that
sure.
before.
Yeah,
Nah.
we've heard that before.
It's because when I do the editing, Dad, yeah, or like when I do the sound, sometimes it goes a bit. We've had issues, and they don't trust me on the dials.
I'm amazed with the amount of money you've spent on all this equipment. And I'll be so glad, I mean, bearing in mind our agreement that everything will come to the open. How much money have you spent on this?
Me?
You know, I'm wondering how you're going to have savings with all this.
I mean,
Oh, I'll be honest, yeah. So about in total,
Yeah.
About £400.
Plus VAT.
Yeah, but this is a collective. It's the collective.
Collective team.
But it's just like the wage. I give you your wage, you know. So
Yeah, you know, with £400, you know, I could do much more with that. Anyway, let's go ahead and see maybe.
It might make us £400 though. You never know.
Can you?
Ooh.
One day.
Good luck.
One day.
I've prayed, you know, before we start.
We need to do a bit of rebranding, a bit of remarketing, but one day.
we made £20 once.
It does make £20
£380
once. That's the start.
It's a start.
That's the
Shout out
start.
to £20.
Yeah.
We reinvested
Well
it.
done.
It's an investment, Uncle.
It's an investment.
Hopefully, we'll
Okay.
reap the rewards in 2020.
We keep in prayer.
Yeah, it's a positive. It's a positive. It's a positive investment.
prayer.
You know.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what are our topics, man? What we got?
Topics. Well, like obviously, we're just gonna talk with my dad. You know, obviously, I've made a promise to
Mike, this is not you.
Yeah.
Of course, I've.
No, can you just shake it off a little bit? Just shake it off.
Okay.
Have a drink or
He's
something, mate.
over there, but
Alright, cool.
you spend a lot of time with him. You know who he is. You don't need to worry.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get back
Cheek
into the
clapping.
mic.
Cheek clapping. Cheek clapping connoisseurs
Right,
back.
don't go that far.
Yeah. Your dad's here, man. Come on, Mike. Have some respect. No home training.
Make sure that you know your accent is compatible
Yeah.
with my ears. Don't go too cockney. You know.
Right.
No pressure, Mike.
I'll give it my best shot. I'll give it my best shot.
Let's go.
Alright, cool. So the first topic we're gonna discuss is Meghan Markle, because obviously, as we know, Meghan Markle has married Prince Harry, and her and Harry have had enough of the media scrutiny that they've received, and they've said, "That's it. We don't want to be royals no more. I've had enough of this. Wow." They said, "No more of this," and they said they're gonna move to Canada and basically come like a backbench and
Do part-time.
There we go. That's the
Part-time.
word. Yes. So basically, we're just going to discuss, like, Dad, how do you feel about the whole situation? Do you think she did the right thing?
The situation, it's nothing uncommon, you know. It has been happening from time to time. In the past, it used to be family business. And at that particular time, in the past, they used to have dash and Sons Limited. And there is always a time where you'll find a child not wanting to do the same thing like the whole family.
Yeah.
This is the situation we find ourselves. The guy has worked really hard. Let's not forget all the good things he's done in the past.
In the army.
Yeah.
In the army,
Charity
most of
work.
the charity is done.
Yeah.
He's carried on some of his mom's charity, and he has affected life. Me, I can remember vividly that he was in Africa and he was well appreciated. You know, he slept in the jungle. He did everything you can think of. However, this situation now arises where he thinks he needs another challenge, being he wants to go abroad. I think the media blew that out of proportion. He was not well represented. They come up with a lot of interpretation, exactly what it doesn't mean. Fortunately, last 2 days ago, they met with the family and they streamlined his role, being that he's going to be part-time, and the grandmom stood by him. And I think that is what parenting is all about. Parenting means that you watch your dirty lining in your house.
Indoors, yeah.
Indoors. You don't allow outsiders to intrude. The moment you allow that means you're going to blow everything out of proportion. And that teaches us a lot of lesson. Even me, I'm still learning, you know. I've learned a lot of lesson to know for sure that my young guy is here. One day he's going to say he's going to leave this house without remembering to pay all the rent. But I mean, that's life.
You living out rent-free, Mike. Is that you?
No, listen, don't get I paid my bills right here. I paid his bill. I paid his bill. Remember this time, Dad, all the times that I can now say, I paid his bill. paid his bill.
I'm paying a few bills as well at the moment.
A few
It's hurting.
bills is necessary.
Hurting the wallet.
Compared to how many of my SETI that your sofa you've damaged, you're still not paying anything.
Come on, Mike.
We broke a couple sofas back in the day.
How did these break?
Yeah, we're going off topic, but go on, tell us, Mike. How did this break?
I used to do wrestling on Jonathan, wasn't it? Wrestling.
Wait, Uncle. I think I remember Mike saying that he came up to you, he approached you, and when you asked him, what does he want to be in life? What did he tell you, Uncle?
Look, I had the shock of my life. You know, from time to time, even though they are my kids, I make it point of duty that I mentor them as well. Mentor them in the sense that, because I know, brain is like human being. At a particular time, you are not formed. And at that particular time, you always think you're formed, but they're not formed. And, we have one of these, our sections, where I asked my son, I was expecting something. And I said, Michael, let's go through life in the later part of the year or something like that. What will you like to be? And when about it, he was so sure of himself. And he said to me, I'm going to be a wrestler. And I fainted. A wrestler? And I look all over, and these are the times, where, why wouldn't you tell me you want to be a wrestler? Why do you allow me to take you all around St. Albans, all around Hertfordshire, taking you for footballing? It cost me so much in fuel, it cost me so much in time, it cost me so much in energy, and only to come here and tell me that you are doing wrestling. I've like thrown you to one wrestling den a long time ago. And, I had the shock of my life. You do not want to ask me what I did to him. Please don't.
No, we want to know.
We want to know.
No, please don't. The reason being that, can it not be illegal that I really smacked him?
No.
Oh, Uncle, it's
in the past.
It's
I
free
would've-
those laws,
I would have done it as well.
Because he might use this to pre-charge in the future.
No, I've got you, Dad. I got you.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Mike either.
It
I'm not
must
a
have worked.
snitch. I'm
It
not a
must have
snitch.
worked because you didn't become a wrestler.
He wants to become a wrestler. And I was expecting him to say, I want to be a doctor. I'm an African, for God's sake. You should have told me you want to be a pilot and all this stuff that I believe will bring so much money. Wrestling is fixed.
Mike, that's how I know you're something else. How are you going to tell your African Nigerian dad that you want to be a wrestler?
Tell him.
How?
Do you know what it was, yeah?
I said accountant. I went safe. I just said, yeah, accountant.
Do you know what it was?
Boom.
Yeah? I was on the prayer, yeah. I was on the prayer. I can't remember the conversation very vividly, but it was more like my dad was like, "Oh, you're always doing like higgy hagger." He's like, "You're always doing higgy hagger." He's like,
I like that
you
one,
know what I mean?
higgy hagger.
You're always
I like
doing
that
it, like the way he was like, "You're always doing higgy hagger." I understand it now, like when my dad was tough with me, because he was like, if this guy is not put on like a path, yeah, he would just sway and get distracted and do breeze. So my dad's like, "You're always doing higgy hagger." So tell me, what do you want to be? And I was like, you know what? I can't say footballer because back then I was dead at football, so I can't say footballer. So for some reason, wrestler came to mind. And as soon as I said it, my dad's eyes opened up wide, like Byakugan. Like, he's got superpowers in his eyes. Yeah, Byakugan just activated him. And the fam, my dad just went, I have to. My dad said, I'm gonna have to
Focus on
knock him.
yourself.
I'm gonna have to knock him. I'm gonna have to knock him. My dad just sparked me one. Like, are you mad?
And them conks,
Oh, you want to be a wrestler? This is wrestling.
them conks are
Wanna see
painful.
wrestling?
Those conks are painful because you can't reach the pain. The pain is inside, so you're trying to like.
It's just like
It's
a one
straight to your
side.
heart. It's straight to your heart.
What's
You
the?
know?
Is it just that?
A conk, yeah.
Just
you
that
get your
to the
knuckle,
head.
you conk, yeah. But then like the pain is like it. You can't like you're trying to soften the pain and touch it and make it feel, but you can't because it's inside. It's gone into your
Do
head.
you guys want to feel it now?
That'd be good.
They all want a sample. He's never experienced it.
Give
I
me
did
some
have that
sample.
parents.
Fresh sample.
His dad wasn't around to give him cokes. His dad's a Jamaican.
You see, the issue is in Nigeria, you don't have to be his dad to give him a conch.
That's true.
Yeah.
Uncles as well.
All eyes are on deck. That's what it
Give me a
is.
conch.
Uncle, I heard that sometimes, like back in the day, I'm not sure if it's the same now, but in Nigeria, if someone is doing something wrong, that the neighborhood kind of takes control and then just handles the situation before the police even get there.
That is the situation. You are everyone's child. You are everyone's child. There's no way, even till now, if I get back to Africa, even my staff, they are my children. They are my children. I can still wipe them if they go out of line. You know? And their mom will not say anything, or the law doesn't say anything, because I'm definitely nurturing them to the right in line. You know, it's like the first day he gave me a shock. I've never seen anyone wear this kind of hat. What is it called? This Bengal.
It was a snapback. I had.
Yes. I just saw it in his head, and I was like, "What? Where did you get this from?" He bought it for £10. A hat like this. And when you see a hat like this, you think the child is dead. You know? And I was like, oh my word. I rushed down to the mom and said, finished. You don't have a child. Why? Look at the hat he brought home.
What kind of hat was it, Mike?
It was a snapback. I remember because
What colour?
it was black and it was silver and had like a dollar sign around it.
You know, and it has some stamp on in the front like that.
Oh,
You know,
like
that really
billionaires
frightens me.
Billionaires Club or something. Isn't that the brand?
It was a snapback.
A billionaire hat.
It was a 50, like it wasn't 50 cent, but like it had like dollar signs, like you know when 50 cent used
That's
to do it.
right, that's
and I
right.
remember like I must have walked into the house with it on in my school uniform. My dad just looked at me like his mouth was wide open. Do you know those wide open goals like when they're watching football and someone's missed a sitter and they're like, what? What? Wide open. Like, where'd you get that hat from? I was like, yeah, I copped it. But I was like, no, get your money back.
I could have sworn that you haven't seen it on internet, not to talk of wearing it. You know, I was, you know, but it's part of growing up, isn't it? They said he's outgrown that now. The only other thing
Has
is
he?
holidays. You know, are we allowed to talk about holidays?
Yeah, anything.
How many holidays is a normal human being allowed in the space of 2 years?
In serious note, I think a human being should be allowed to take as many holidays as they deem fit.
I concur.
Because holidays are different. Like, you know, you do your work in the midweek, right?
It
And
depends if you're financially stable enough to do that, though.
True.
So you work hard for your money. You should be able to holiday as much as you want, as long as you're not putting yourself in the red. But I guess there's some people that don't. I'd say two. I think
To a year.
2 a year.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh no! Now that I've got some money in my pocket, I'm trying to do like 5 to 10.
Yeah, but realistically, are you going to do 5 to 10?
Well, I've got 2 major ones planned, or 3, should I say?
What would you call a major one?
Dubai, Ghana, and what's the other one? Sweden. Yeah,
So how much annual leave do you get? 4 weeks.
I get unlimited.
Oh, yeah,
What?
you do. You get a good one.
Unlimited paid time off. Yeah,
But I mean, like, you don't have like.
I have
holiday
20 days minimum, and I have unlimited days holiday.
So wait, what?
Yeah.
So you can have 30 days off in a year.
Yeah,
if you
if
want.
I want
he's
to,
got
yeah.
a great deal.
As long as I'm not needed,
And take
I
the
can.
piss.
I can.
Are you working part time?
No, full time.
Okay. How will you know when you're needed?
To be fair, I'm always kind of needed, but
Your work's just got a good setup in it. Like they have like all the free food, free drinks.
Yeah, they're very
all
generous.
That stuff. Like it's just like London, but yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say where you actually work. But
One thing we all have to bear in mind is you can really do so much when you are young, and that is the time you need less and less holiday. You are fortunate, and I thank God for your lives, that you find yourself in the position where you can even afford one holiday in life. When I was young, when I had you, I can't afford one holiday out of this country in the first place. The highest I will go is Butlins, and it's usually south end or somewhere around there, and that is like I've traveled from here to America.
yeah.
You know, and that is all we get. But if you want to travel today, but we were focused to get to where we are today. We were straight on the line, saving money, making sure that the first deposit is saved to buy the first house. And today, I can afford to even have. It's like I have holiday every every other month, because I have to travel, I have to catch the plane. So I'm only going to advise that make sure that you do it within affordable reasons. If you don't have to go, you don't have to go. Learn to save money for the rainy days.
I mean,
How many holidays do you think, mate?
so like, okay, if I compare the holidays I went to last year, I went to Dubai and Mauritius for the wedding. I went to Ibiza. I went to Amsterdam.
Belgium.
I went to Belgium. So that's four. To four. And I went to Nigeria. So that's 5, right?
That's a free holiday because I pay all your feeding over there.
Yeah, but I paid the flight. Paid the flights and all that. And obviously we've got the house there and all that. But like the way I see it is like I know this is probably wrong of me to do, but there's two things in regards to like money and my holidays. The way I see it is I look at the way that I look at my financial situation and compare it to people around me, unfortunately. And I always see that, do you know what? I know friends of mine that don't even have savings. I'm like, I'm saving, I can still go on holiday and be financially stable. And to the extent that now, this might seem bad as now, but obviously like this year I'm trying to buy a house, as we know. And from about last year is when I started thinking a lot more about the future. Because when I finished uni, I didn't save. If I knew now what I knew then, I would have been saving from uni. But I was very extravagant with my spending when I was younger. So now I'm starting thinking about the future in regards to how I'm using my money. And I'm saying, you know what? I can afford to do A, B, C, and D and still be able to get the house that I want to get this year. And that's just the way I'm seeing it. Because I think to myself, if I'm going to be older and I'm going to be having kids and stuff in the future, I might not be able to go to Sweden for the weekend. I might not be able to go to Spain or whatnot.
And I think that's the change in mentality, innit? Like our generation's mentality is we haven't got kids yet, we haven't got a girlfriend yet, or we haven't got a house yet. So we haven't got that as many responsibility. We know that it's going to come in 10, 15 years, whereas you're saying in your generation, you didn't have a responsibility, but your responsibility was saving, or your responsibility was not going on holiday, working, and it's just a change.
Maybe then there wasn't a lot of things on the internet. Even buying tickets is very expensive.
Yeah.
It's not unlike today where, you can just get on EasyJet and buy a ticket for even 9 quid. Nowadays, it has to be British Airways. With British Airways, even if you're flying for 30 minutes, they still give you the regular meal and still give you drink, and that counts double or triple to the fare you pay. So you got to think very well. You got to really, really think very well. Even if you have your mobile phone, the internet is very expensive. The subscription, it's only BT. But still, I will tell you that you have to start to plan the future, especially start having somebody you think will be your partner. Don't shock me. You shouldn't be a man anyway.
Whoa!
Just swing that in there.
I don't swing that way, Daddy. I don't swing that way, Daddy.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Hey. We're traditionalists.
Let's see them. Let's see the girls. Sometimes you can chip in one advice or the other, if allowed.
I'm not gonna lie, Dad. I'm not gonna show you a girl until I'm ready to show you the girl.
How many years coming?
Yeah. Have you ever introduced a girl to your dad?
Mike, sorry to cut you. Mike, is your mic on? Are all the lights on?
Yeah, they're on. Why?
Bro, it's just scaring me. I'm only seeing 3 lights.
There's 4. I can see it. I see it. Yeah, they're all on. They're all on.
Yeah. Have you ever introduced a girl to your dad?
Not really, no. Have I?
No.
There was there was a time when like I had a girl with me and you wanted to see us. I said, "Here's the girl." Remember?
Oh.
And then you're like,
what
okay.
did you think?
Yeah, Uncle, what did you think?
No, the only thing I remember very well was a girl who missed her way and slept on my bed.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Wait, what?
Oh,
Huh?
no.
She did what?
Oh.
She missed her. And slept where?
No, remember in the Hannah's. No, she was in Hannah's. Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
You know, I was just going.
We're gonna have to sell that story.
Michael Sukumi Olabi. Hell.
I can
Yes.
explain it.
Have we said this story on the podcast before?
It was
I don't
ages
think so.
ago. It was
Yeah,
ages
yeah,
ago. It was ages ago. So I could tell it again. But it was.
Yeah, you tell it, and then we want to hear your dad's perspective afterwards.
Another shocking story, you know. Just get into my bed and somebody was sleeping. Whoa, what's this? It means they're away or, you know, it's a last commits cash, you know, God knows.
What happened was we had a work night out, and this girl Jonathan was doing driving that night, and Jonathan offered to take her home and said, "Listen, just give me some petrol money, I'll take you home, right?" And then she was like, nah. So I was like, cool, you can sleep on the couch. She was meant to go sleep on the couch in here, and me and Jonathan came back, and you were up. You were up that night. I was like, oh, Dad's up. I can't just let her go sleep on the couch. So I said to her, okay, listen, you can sleep in my room then, it's fine. So she slept in my room, and I wake up to a scream. I can't remember who screamed. It was either Mum or Hannah screamed. It was somebody screamed, and I looked, and she wasn't in the bed anymore. I went, Shineke, what has this girl done now? What has this girl done? So I come into the room, and I see Hannah holding her, like, duvet close to her face, like, rattled. And I just see the girl next to her. I went, how have you done this? And then she was all like, oh, sorry, I thought I went to the bathroom. Like, how do you sleep in a bed next to someone that's not me? Like, are you racist, son? Like, we all of this. This is a girl and there's a boy. How do you not see the difference? She blind. And then after this, I was like, listen, I want to take you home. And I drove. The whole journey was so quiet. Yeah, I was so angry because when I came back home, yeah, I got grilled, obviously, like deservingly, but it was more like it was irresponsible. But from that time, then they were like, listen, get locks on the door and stuff, and etc. etc.
Can that be the reason why you've not actually introduced any of your girls? You know,
the reason I don't introduce girls, in my honest opinion, is because of Mum.
okay.
That's the main reason I don't introduce girls.
Why? Your mum won't approve or what?
My mum's strange when it comes to girls. Like, she's bare strange. I don't know if it's because she's protective
Absolutely.
of me and Joe. Because even when Joe introduced his girl for the first time, she was being weird. Every time I talk to my mum about girls, or there was a time I had a girl in my room and I was trying to introduce you. Afterwards, Mum was like, I don't know about this girl, like this. And I'm like, this is just stress. Why would I introduce a girl that I'm not sure about yet until it's worth the stress for me?
It's all because we parents were always very wearied. You know, we know marriage is tough. And going through divorce, God forbid, touch not, is tough. It can actually knock a man out of their sense. So we always want to try to see if there's any way we can guess the compatibility of two people. We look at your personality, we know you. For me, I know you to be somebody who will not do up their duvet in the morning. So how do you now have a girl who doesn't do the same? So nobody will be able to come to the house.
Ooh.
It's going to be rough. What about if you now have a girl that can tidy up after you, and that girl have to have a lot of endurance? You know, because there's no way anyone will be doing that every day in, day out after you, that they will not get, you know, fed up or something like that, or lash out at you. Or somebody who can be like a mother figure. You know, they can be younger to you, but they can be very strong indeed to tell you that, no, you have to do this, or oh no, you have to do that. So we're always looking out for that kind of.
Is that the type of girl you think Mike needs, Uncle?
I strongly will not say that is it, but honestly,
What are the top traits that you think a girl that's going to date Mike is going to need?
I think that girl have to be. Michael is a great guy. I mean, give it to him every day. Any girl who marries Michael is going to be lucky. But,
Amen.
but there is all these buts, you know, these little things. Not doing things on time. You know, and, you know, as old, there's going to be that child coming, either boy or girl. You understand? I know you will be lucky. Maybe you have your grandparents, the child will have their grandparents around to look after them every now and again. However, you have to do a lot of it. You have to make sure that your time is planned. What time you want to do this, what time you want to do that. So I think a girl who is very strong, who is very intelligent as well, will be the kind of girl you should go for.
Do you know what it is? Like, I understand where you're coming from in the aspect of little things like the duvet thing. Because in my head, like, I don't know, remember the conversation we were having the other day? Like, we were saying, like, you deem certain things as important. So, like, in my head, I'm like, the duvet not being done is not in a mass importance to me. So that's why it's not always done. But in regards to, like, things I do, for example, like you say, if a child comes in, I always deem my responsibilities or my time management around other people. So like we were saying, if I'm looking after Hannah, the utmost would be Hannah is getting to her thing on time or whatever in that sense. So I'm going to marry a girl that makes me happy.
That's important.
Another thing I've always been thinking is like, look, I'm kind of a traditionalist to an extent with Jay as well. The idea that if I'm going to bring a girl here, right, she has to be a girl that, like you say, it's it, sticking to the end. No such thing as divorce. That's not an option. Yeah, even if you hate me, you're stuck, baby. You're in a steel cage. You're in a hell in a cell.
That's right.
We're here forever.
What the Undertaker?
Undertaker. He's been broken in half. All of that. Yeah. The idea that I need a girl you're gonna come. Like, for example, the idea that my dad's gonna call me like, "Yo, I'm coming to your house in half an hour." And you're going to stay there for a month if you want. Yes. It has to be a girl that has to accept that. Yeah. A girl that's willing to learn how to cook. Pounded yam, a goosey soup. Yes. Ebba, so my dad can eat when he wants to eat. It has to be that.
A young jollof at least.
Anything. So it has been a girl that I'm like, I approve of. And my dad and my family approve of. Because that's important to me. That my family approves of the girl as well. And that is why I don't show you all the girls that I might be, that out of the 17 I might have, dealt with and such.
Jason, if I may ask, what kind of girl do you think you're looking out to have?
Me?
Yes.
Someone who's confident, intelligent, obviously, independent, got her own thing going.
What do you mean getting her own thing going?
As in, she's got her own earnings or her own, source of income or her own passions or whatever. She's got something that she's doing on her own. Because I'm the type of person that I like to be by myself sometimes.
Okay.
And I don't want someone that's going to swarm all over me because I will just... Mike knows how I am. Dale, you know how I am. I'll just be like, it's too much for me.
I don't think you've discovered yourself yet.
Maybe.
Because if you really love somebody, you really want them around you. You really don't want to be alone. I must be honest with you. With the little time you have kept me here, I'm missing my wife already.
Really?
Jeez.
Yes. That's that real love.
Yes, yeah. I'm really missing my wife, because this is the time, this kind of time, 7:30 is the time she washes her Eastender. Even though I don't know a line of Eastender, I always want to be around there.
You watch it as well?
Yeah.
Just because?
Yeah. Because
do you know who from Mitchell is, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So these are some gems of marriage Uncle's given us here.
Yeah, and we've been married for 30 years now. So... we're used to each other. We're friends.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
you
I want
obviously
a friend.
know.
I want a friend. That's a
yes.
definite.
We're friends. You still get in my way. I still get in our way. But we're friends. And that's the most important thing. And your friend, there's no way you cannot tolerate them. You will tolerate them. You understand? Even sometimes I want to have some time to myself. Yes, of course, because she loves me. She gives me that time. Yeah. I'll go in that room and I'm watching a shupa. Or this thing. I sometimes we start around this time and I won't finish till about 4 a.m. Yes, I'm there, watching from one YouTube program to the other one till 4 a.m. I have done that, and when I finish, I go. And sometimes, because she loves me, she will come down. Are you okay? I'm okay. And she can even say, oh, because I don't want you to stop, she go and try to give me a cup of tea or coffee or whatever I want. And that's what you guys should look out for. And you definitely, naturally, the relationship or friendship will continue indefinitely.
Because, I always I always like it, when I come back from work, and I always see you and Mum bantering. Like that's one of my favorite things to like see when I see you two bantering. Like I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
Like you,
that's a laugh.
exactly that. Like you always see me just smiling. Like that's why I'm smiling, because I just love it when I see you guys. I come in, you're bantering her. I just absolutely love it.
Yeah, we're used to that. We really, you know, we got married when we were very young. You know, I think I was about 24, 22, 23, 24. And I think she was 18 and a half or thereabouts. You can just imagine being together for all this while, you know. So we used to each other. We have our gossips. Sometimes we gossip about him.
Dale.
Yeah, there.
Oh wait, on Dale, what kind of girl do you think Dale needs? He has a, bear in mind he has a girl at the moment.
Dale is a gentle person from the outlook, you know. With luck, touch wood, you know, he's going to find the right girl. But all this principle is the same. No matter who you have, you have to be selfless. You have to be selfless. You know, it's like there is a portion of food or half a portion of food left. You have to be able to manage it together. And the same thing have to apply to your children. And that's the same culture or principle I'm sending to my children. They have a right in the house. They can do whatever they want within reason. You understand? You give them an enabling environment. It makes them not to think, you know, they don't have any worries. You know, for what I know, even if I'm watching TV as an African father, it is very rare. I have to be honest with you, but you can come in and change your channel, do anything, you know, within reason. And, you know, it has always been good because they've been very respectful. They've been good kids. They work hard. You know, work hard. I don't know. When he was young, I've always thought that he cannot work hard. For the first 1 year that he was working, I always wake up at the time he's supposed to wake up.
My dad did the exact same thing. My dad did the exact same.
I always believe that
He's
you
like,
don't wake up.
You can't wake up. You can't wake up on time. I know you. I see you every day. You don't want to wake up. When you have nothing to do in the house, you just be there sleeping.
Yes.
I'm going to wake up with you. And I'll be like, Dad, I'm not a child. Why are you waking up with me? He'll just be there like, I am up. I am waking up with you.
I wake up with him.
Cool.
I mean, for more than 1 year, until like sometimes just wake up and it's gone. Did he go? Or maybe he's lost.
That is exactly what my dad says. And he'll wake up and be like, why aren't you up? I'll be like, my alarm's set for this time. Why are you waking me up an hour and a half before I need to be up?
It's usually about 20 minutes before. But he's always, you know, like always wakes up and don't give time for eventualities. I remember his driver's license episode. You remember that?
Yeah.
You know, I've spent so much money paying £25 an hour. This is so serious. And, you know, you've gone to do the first time, you didn't make it. I think that was the second one.
No, it was the first one that thing happened. It was
the first one.
First
right?
one.
Yeah.
The first one, I was sleeping. I was in my pajamas. It was having an early this thing. I came back from work. And what I saw was my phone ringing. It's Michael. He's supposed to be doing his driving test. Hello, Dad. I forgot my driver's license. Can you imagine that?
You did what?
He forgot his driver's license.
House.
What, going to your test?
Yes, going to his test.
How?
And in Stevenage, Junction 10. Right?
Oh, you're a clown.
And, you know, with my
clown.
pajamas, I quickly went, where is it? He told me, where is it? On seeing the driver's license, it's Tredge.
No, it was. I had my driver's license, but you had to bring like the paper counterpart back in the
Counterpart,
day.
yeah.
And like I had my driver's license, but they said you need the counterpart as well.
Yeah.
And like a couple
The
like
counterpart, you've
Was
washed
done.
it in your trouser as well.
Oh my
It's all
God.
torn up. And that's something I must not see. So I can't do anything but just take it to him.
Man, don't you have like a file or something or a drawer that you put all your like important papers in or something?
I do now.
That is-
How long ago is that?
I was 17, wasn't I?
So what happened?
No, I was
Did
just
you-
17.
Did you get to do your test or not?
I had. So basically, like obviously,
You didn't do your test, did you?
No, I did my test. My dad obviously drove in his pajamas, yeah, to give me the counterpart, yeah. And I saw him, And I already knew what he was thinking. I was like, oh shit. So I'm rattled already. So I'm rattled my test. Not only am I rattled by my test, I'm rattled because my dad's pissed. He's seen my counterpart. And the way he hounded my counterpart was that he looked at the same time and looked to me at the same time to be like, this is why I'm pissed. This is why I'm pissed. Yeah.
So Uncle, you must have been pissed twice because not
twice.
only is he forgotten the counterparts, but the counterparts is in a disgraceful
In
condition.
very disgraceful condition. You can't make up what is in there.
Do you know what it looked like? Do you know when you watch a TV show and they dust something up from like the 15th century and it's like some old tattered paper from
Absolutely.
like
Ancient.
some
treasure scroll.
treasure scroll.
Absolutely.
One
No wonder
piece.
you failed.
They failed, of course, obviously.
Uncle, how did you feel about him failing?
You know, I expected, because we've always had a row every time I'm training him.
Yeah.
I'd once send him out of the vehicle, out of the car, of course, maybe once or twice. And the time he eventually passed, I actually took my own pound of flesh. What I did, I make him drive for about 6 hours.
Really?
Yes.
6 hours.
I made him drive for 6 hours. It's painful because it's cost a lot in petrol. But
And he's
It was
only a new
worth it,
driver.
though.
He's a new driver as well.
He's a new driver.
So your legs must have been ooh.
Yes. And he can't
Down on that
no
old
food,
clutch.
no nothing. He was just going.
No cruise control.
We went as far as
That 95
Stansted
plate.
through Hartford.
Wait, for no reason.
I just kept taking him. Turn right here. Turn right there.
Wait.
Another leg.
Uncle, there was no goal.
Eh?
There was no wait.
There was no destination. There was no destination. The sat nav was on for no reason.
Uncle, so you're telling me that you guys didn't go past Stansted to go pick someone up, like maybe one of your uncles or?
He just must pass this test.
So he just passed the test. So you just said I'm going to put him through his
Before
pace.
he passed the test, he
Oh,
was going
before.
to have his test. So, and I want to put him through serious practice.
Oh,
Right?
Okay, it
so
makes sense now.
I took him for 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yes.
The dedication in the trainer, though.
Yeah.
Like, when you're teaching him a lesson, do you enjoy it?
Yeah, because I saw that he was in pain. So, and that to me makes me happy.
That
He was
brings him
struggling to
joy.
change the
Yeah,
gears,
it was, he started getting used to it. And when he feels tired, he made a mistake again. I say, no, you're going to go for more 30 minutes. When he make another mistake, I say, you're going to go for more 30 minutes.
6 hours.
Yes,
Fam, my leg was shaking like a paraplegic, fam. I was just out here, like those guys that drink 15 coffees a day, bruv. I was just shaking, bruv.
Wow.
But Dad, I said turn right.
But they don't tell me.
Stansted.
And they don't tell me, no, Stansted. You want to ask me how we get to Stansted? We get through all the Hertfordshire road. Taking it all through the back route.
Hertfordshire is massive,
I saw
Yes.
Watford.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw
it. At the time, I don't even know where we're going. I just say turn right, turn left, because I know that somewhere we get to somewhere.
You'll find somewhere to
Yeah,
get
we'll
back
get
to head
somewhere
back.
to get back.
Yeah.
But today he's a good driver. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's all we've gone through is a lot. You can't remember everything.
Is he a good driver?
I'm a good driver.
Yeah, he's a very patient driver today.
You're a lazy driver.
Jason's basically, there's times when I go around a roundabout and I don't always indicate. And Jason's annoyed because do you only go forward on the roundabout?
Don't even try that. It's not when you go forward. It's when you're going all the way around the roundabout,
Okay.
and then you're going to maybe the third exit, and you don't indicate to say you're going around the roundabout, and you don't indicate to say you're coming off the roundabout. You just do whatever.
No, you need to indicate because you get the next exit person ready. If you are, for example, turning the first exit, you have to signal that you're going to the first exit.
What have I been telling you?
But no, the first exit, you always navigate left, right?
Yeah.
And I always navigate right to go right. But it's when you're turning right and I go back off left, I don't always say, oh, I'm coming out the roundabout left. Does that make sense?
Every time you're coming off the roundabout, you're meant to indicate.
Yes, but it's an unwritten rule. It's unconditional.
No.
institution.
It's a written
You
rule.
mean, it's a
No.
written rule.
It's a written rule because it's in
It
the
gives
rules.
them the, it helps the
Damn
traffic.
rules.
It helps the traffic because if
Yes.
you are coming out of that
Understandable.
exit, it allows the other person to know surely that you are turning left so they can quickly move.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's
but-
what they call it.
Oh, now you agree.
Hesitant. You are
but
hesitating.
Do you know what it is though? Like, when I'm driving, how many drivers? Like, give me a
Yo, I'm
percentage wise.
rattled.
How many
I'm
percentage
rattled.
of drivers?
Uncle, I've been singing it like a song into his head, and every time I sing it, he's always like, "Oh, Jay, you just worry too much." Dale's been there. I've been telling him over and over, and he likes. I think he does it to annoy me as well.
I think it's a practice we all have to get used to, so it can become a standard, and we help our environment. You
Indicate.
save well, you save everything.
How many people do it though? How that? How
So,
many people do you
are
see?
you- are
do
you
it?
every- Everyone.
I want to be part of the person who do it. Anyway,
Understandable. That's fair.
And you want to be like your dad, so do it.
Yeah. You're now listening to the Shoot Shoot podcast with Mike, Dale, and Jay. If you're listening on iTunes, don't forget to give it a like and a rating. And if you share it with your friends and families, we'll love you forever.
Uncle, I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
So obviously we have a lot of Caucasian females that listen to our podcast.
Okay.
So as I guess more mixed couples are becoming more popular, more of a thing, I guess this is a good opportunity for the Caucasian females that like black guys or guys of different colors or ethnicities to understand, what do you think when, like, for example, say Mike was to bring a white girl home now, or I don't know, someone from a different, bleep that, got to go.
That's what we call it in Nigeria. In Nigeria, that's
Got
what they call it.
to go. Uncle, I'm the HR department here, so when Michael says stuff that's no, we have to get rid of it. But yeah, say for example, Mike was to bring a girl of another ethnicity. What's your thoughts? Give the people what you're thinking in your head when that happens.
You see, culturally, it is something that is reluctantly acceptable. It is acceptable completely if the lady or the guy involved, which is of different culture to us, is flexible and they are accommodating. You see, where we have rigidity, where somebody says, I'm not going to bend to this. Okay, I must be honest with you. This evening, we cooked we cooked beans. And when it was about going to pick you guys up, I have to hear the house. You understand? I have to open the window because I'm easily embarrassed with the thick flavor of our meal, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can have a lady from other ethnic minority or majority that comes around and say, "Oh, the house smells," without them understanding that is the flavor of our delicacies.
Because you know when you go to like other African houses, right?
Yeah.
And they smell.
Yeah.
We understand there's a reason that there's that smell.
I don't condone it though.
You don't condone it,
I
but we
don't
understand the reason behind it. Like, I remember when I was younger, different aunties' houses used to smell differently. It used to smell different. I could distinct a different. Like, this is Auntie Thingy's house by the smell, like or place. But because I understood it's because they're cooking food, we're using palm oil or whatever. If like a Caucasian female went into a house and went, "Jeez, it smells in here," she wouldn't understand it. She might.
Yeah, but it has to be somebody who understands it. It's a mind frame, you know. Some people don't. Some people take it. You know, I've been in a bus very long time ago, and this lady sitting next to me smells of jollof rice, serious jollof rice, right? And I'm always worried of that. I don't want my house to have that stag of having that flavor of our food,
Or for you to even be smelling like that.
I
either.
am really
I'm like that as well.
I mean, I cluster it. I just open all the windows and the doors and everything, and make sure that smell goes in, goes out, and I have all these
Diffusers and stuff.
perfumes
Yeah.
and deodorant that we use to actually at least minimize it.
Wait, Dale, does this even make sense? So, Mike, your dad has all these nice smelling things that he uses to keep the house smelling fresh. But yet, your room, fam, you don't want to introduce reed diffuser or air freshener or anything of that nature.
Okay, let me just say it quickly, straight up, right? That room thing is fake news.
Huh?
If the room smells, the reason it does is because my gym gear is in that basket and it gets into the room.
When I go home, Leah says to me, "You smell of Mike." When we've been in that room.
That's got to be fake news. That's got to be fake news. That's
When
got to
we're,
be fake
when
news.
we're in the bedroom. Since we've been in here, can't smell anything.
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
This room's lovely.
I now know how Meghan Markle feels. I know how she feels. I know how Meghan Markle feels because this scrutiny and slander is absolutely disgraceful.
We completely segued from
I just
Meghan
about to say the same thing. We started off with Megan and we ended up here.
So we should be expecting you going to Canada.
On a holiday.
I'm gonna find a ginger girlfriend.
Finish your point. So you think that as long as everyone's accepting and flexible, then it's
flexible. If they are flexible, irrespective of where they come from, and they're lovely, I mean, they get on with my son. I don't have any.
You don't have a problem. Cool. Because I think a lot of I've heard this from a lot of like white girls that will say, I don't think their parents will like me because obviously I'm white or blah 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 blah. And I'm always like, that's not the case. If you're a nice person, and you know,
what would your family be like then?
Oh, so like for example, there was a girl that came to mine. She came to visit me because she wanted to see what my house looked like, and my mum's cool with it. The only thing that my mum says, and it's kind of banter, but it's kind of true as well. She's like, they'll ask me to cook for you. If your wife can't cook, they'll ask me to cook for you because I'm not going to do it. I've got my own husband, so I'm not going to cook for you. And I find it's kind of funny, but she's kind of being honest at the same time. So as long as, you know, I know how to cook and I have to cook for my mum, so
I think they trust your judgment, didn't they?
But yeah, my mum's cool. There's no like, obviously I feel like every ethnicity always prefers that their child marries the same ethnicity. That's just preference. But like, it's not to say that if you marry someone else, we're going to be disappointed.
No.
It's just.
I know from time to time I have to educate some of my friends or family members from time to time because they're going to have a banter. Oh, he's married a white. You know, he's married a something. And from time to time, I'm going to kind of educate them and say, of course, they love each other. Why not? And that's how that is going to continue and people start to get used to it.
Change of mind frame. But naturally, they are going to react. You understand? Sometimes not negatively. They Oibo, you know, Oibo means, white person, you know, in our language. And I don't mean in a bad way. It really means in a very nice way who they are. They're amazed. They want to befriend that person. You know, that's the first thing. However, if that person is very flexible, they're going to be queen or king, you know, in our society. They were always welcome. They're going to be, obviously. But where you have somebody who is not friendly, somebody who you cannot befriend, even if they come from my own village, you're still going to resent them, won't you? You understand? You're still going to resent them. You know, because we are very close-knitted family kind of unit. You know, we promote that kind of thing. Like the Indian people, they buy a very big house, and Michael can bring his wife in, Jonathan can bring his wife in, and even Anna can get married and bring her husband in. And there's more than enough space for everyone.
There's a lot of space for everyone. And they buy a very massive house. Everybody will come together to bring in deposit or whatever, and they live like that. But I mean, even if we're not going to live like that, I will not appreciate any woman that, even till now, I still sleeps on my children's bed. I take turn. You can just go to work. By the time you come back, I'm in his bed.
Honestly, you don't understand how many times he's done it. I'll come into my room, and I just open my door. I just see like a lump in my room, and it's my dad. And the thing, I'm just like, okay, cool. I mean, there's been one time I was at uni. You're like, Mike, I'm coming. I need to sleep. I said, yeah, come sleep on my bed.
Yes, I'll sleep in any of their rooms. I just feel that I miss them. I just want to, you know, I don't know what drives me. I just walk in there and I'm sleeping. And that's why I always want him, if you can advise him, to always keep the bed warm by making sure the duvet is done. I need to keep warm like that.
Maybe I do it on purpose. That's why you be sleeping in the room. It's tactical.
Trying to deter you, uncle.
Yeah, it's tactical. Wow. Dad, when was the first time you saw mum and you're like, yo?
Oh. Thank you. That's a very memorable day. Actually, you can never forget that. You know, I've seen her just like, you know, who's this girl? And it's like in Nigeria, for example, you know, it's not like here. I don't know how you guys get to meet girls. In those days, you know of a girl that you like, you can start to go and stay around her house.
Oh, it's like Joe from You.
Yeah, like if the parents send her on an errand,
Joe
you
from You.
Yeah, you quickly walk up to her and try to talk to her. And there's no phone anyway, so there's no way texting her or anything like that. You just talk to her. She's shy, and remember the rule that every single person in the whole of the area is her mom and dad. So she must not be seen with a guy. So you have to like pretend, you have to make sure that you go and hide in a very secluded area.
It's so like Joe from You. It's Joe from You. Do you know the TV show?
I still haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's mad.
But the very first day, I really talked to her was, I just saw her. Everybody in my house knows that I'm looking for her, but there's no way I can get her. So we know that every now and again she walk past. This particular day, I was in my normal casual wear, and she was walking down, and one of the kids came to her. That lady's going. That lady, uncle, that lady. And I quickly went get my slippers and walk close to her. But by then, she has really walked past. I mean, she's about half a mile away from me. So I have to really run and get my sister, Auntie Sherry. Yeah, I got Sherry to follow me so that Sherry will go and befriend her so that that can make me come and talk to her. So Sherry now was following her, and before we know it, she just got to where she was going. She just branched off. And, when she's branched off, I can't go there. As a guy, they will beat me. So I sent Sherry. Sherry went there and said to her that my brother wants to see you. I said, who is your brother? We look, get out of here. They drove her. So, and I set up all the guys, look out for her. I kept one very close to the place she went, and all they were looking for her while I went, took my shower, get dressed up properly.
Got some nice friends.
Yes. So when she was coming back, I quickly walk up to her and start talking to her. This is where I live. I'll get to. I have a line.
What's the line?
The line is, I just want to get to know you better.
Wait.
And I always say, you know what I'm saying?
Sign.
You know what I'm saying? We always want to take pride in saying, I've watched a lot of American film. You know what I'm saying? I just like, and she didn't answer me. There's no phone number, anything. And that was it. But I was still watching out. Every time if I'm coming back from work, I always pass through her house to see. Maybe I'll have the opportunity, chance that she's just walking away and I can talk to her. And, one day she just came looking for me.
Oh.
Yes. She was like, there was this guy who was living here. We want to drink some soft drinks. Let me go and visit her. So let's visit him so that they always come with their friends, 2 or 3 of them. So she came with 2 of her friends and they took my Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a very special thing. You understand? Very special thing.
That Nigerian.
Yeah, by Nigerian standards. Then, so I'm always, I don't have so much to buy. Coca-Cola, I probably don't even have. I have to go and loan it somewhere. So it's like, I would tell a girl, Coca-Cola, do you not want to drink? And it's easier for somebody who's meeting you to say yes. Coca-Cola, will you not want to drink? And once you say yes, I just start giving her stories. That means she has declined. I always want them to decline. So I'll go and say, Coca-Cola, do you don't want to drink, do you? I say, yes. Once they said yes, I just forget about it because I don't even have money to buy it anyway in the first place. So when they waited, and they just walk away. It's a lot of money, Yeah. I don't have.
Sounds like mine.
What? I ain't stingy.
We don't have it. It's not that we're stingy.
You ain't got it. You ain't got it.
We haven't got it.
You ain't got it.
We haven't got it.
But you asked. It's like a Jamaican shop when they're like, oh yeah, can I have you got jerk on the menu? We not have that.
We not have that.
Can I have oh, you must have some curry.
We not
We not have that. But it's on your menu. We not have that.
Ain't got it.
We not have that.
You know, in our dialect, it's very, very nice. Just like Coca-Cola and aboom. That means Abba Coca-Cola, or you don't want to drink. You know, somebody who are invited for the first time will just say yes. Yes is easier for them to say. I say yes, and you just take it as yes, and they start. Oh, you know that African ball of nature. You know that was a very nice match.
Diversion.
You know what I mean? Just carry on like that. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's good to hear how you met Auntie.
Well, she's been the rock. You know, she's been the rock.
How do we meet girls these days, guys?
Oh man, these days either you go out,
Plethora of ways.
meet them going out now, or it's the phone. You have Hinge, Tinder, Instagram. You know,
Podcast.
he met his girlfriend through the podcast.
Did you?
Yeah, she come on as a special guest. She was friends with Mike,
Oh dear.
and then from then
How long
been-
have that been?
a year.
A year.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
Early
getting on?
stages. Yeah, good.
Very
She's
good.
listening right now, so I got to say
Is she?
good.
Hello. What's her name?
Leah,
Leah. How are you? I'm saying hello, man.
how you doing?
Good luck. Good luck. He's a good guy. You know. He's a good guy.
I can't lie, I've hooked to quite a lot of my friends up. You know, Paris, the one who got married.
Yes.
I introduced him and his girlfriend.
Did you?
Yeah, I introduced them together.
He's trying to introduce
yeah.
me to someone.
Can I introduce you to someone? Then?
No.
Why, yeah, Uncle, have you not got any girls from your village?
He'll
ready
get you
for
house girls, man.
Honestly,
He will send you
I
house
can
girls.
get
They
you
just
1,000.
they want a visa, bruv.
No, it's not for visa.
They want a passport. I know. I see through your plan. Dad. I see through your plan. They'll say to you, listen, yo, Otuba, we'll give you 50,000 naira. We'll give this one do quick marriage. Oh.
Listen, how about all these African ladies that came here to study? Beautiful and they're nice. I don't say you should go for them, but what I mean is there's always people.
Beautiful.
More importantly, the people you love and somebody you really love. And somebody that loves you too.
Words of wisdom.
Do you know what I want? It's that moment, like you say, when you're chasing Auntie Money and that. My mum, that's what I want. When I see that.
But where are you going to chase people in this cold weather?
That's why he's going on so many holidays, Uncle.
Oh,
Trying to find them abroad.
Jeez, you see
But
that?
that is so expensive. Why do you
Uncle,
have
he's
to go-
invested heavily.
You wanted to
in
spend
this.
Coca-Cola on mums, even though you're trying to get Coca-Cola to mums.
I still can't get over the LL Cool J bar that your dad just dropped. But I want to get to know you better. Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey dad, you know next time I go
LL
out, yo baby, I just want to get to know you better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, baby? You know.
It has 100% success rate, so it better
Honestly,
work.
the 100% success.
If it doesn't work for you, Mike, then you need to reevaluate.
and it lasts forever. That's another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you better be careful who you use it on then. Can't
you
be
mean?
using it on any
Jigger Jagger,
harlots.
Scallywag.
You gotta use it on the right one.
I can't. I'm gonna keep that in my pocket for when I need to save
Yeah,
it.
please do.
Jeez,
It's
it's in the
you,
pocket
please,
now.
Wow.
You get me? You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you want to hit the interlude now? Yeah.
No, we just
We
keep
got
going.
more.
I'm just gonna interlude it when it goes, innit? So we're just gonna flow with this episode, man. We'll just let it flow,
All right,
man.
man. So should we go back to Meghan Markle?
Meghan, yeah. Because I don't even feel like the family hate her that much. I just think that it's the British media that have made us think. Because how do we know? How do we know? Like, I know there's little things that she's done. I don't know it that well, but there's little things that she's done. Like the Queen's speech, they didn't have a photo of Meghan and Harry. There was another little thing that they'd done. But I just think the media are so like on you.
I agree that they've sensationalized a lot of
Yeah.
things, but there's also been some things that the royal family have done that have made it apparent that they're not really with it. Approve, yeah. But then you could, in the same sense, you can kind of say that maybe they have approved a little bit. So, like for example, one thing that shows that they haven't is the gollywog thing, where the one of the duchesses or whatever, she came to one of those functions and she was wearing like gollywog stuff. which is like the racist like dolls, and like she had a brooch that was like a gollywog. So it was blackface. It's like the old school like cartoons how they used to depict black people,
Right.
back in the day.
Can that be intentional or just coincidental?
Well, some people will say it's coincidental, but in a time where we're all racially very aware, she would have been briefed when she was wearing whatever she was wearing.
But see, this is all about media.
Yeah, it's true.
There are going to be a lot of positive things about outlook than that brush. You understand? Because they are in the face of the media. That's why somebody can pick that up.
But that's the same reason. Sorry to cut you. That's the same reason why people will think that it was intentional. Because when you're facing the media, especially as a royal family, you have a person that will brief you and tell you, okay, this is what you can wear, this is what you can't wear, this is what you can say, this is what you need to look out for. There's a PR person. So if they had a PR person and they still decided to wear that brooch that they know is depicted as racist,
I'm only going to agree with that only if, for obvious reasons, someone asks her that is this intentional or just coincidental, and you have a very good chance that it's just coincidental. Like she just doesn't know, she just was wearing it, because if she's not given that chance to either say yes or no, we can still take it. The conspiracy theory is all over the place. People can just come up and think, because I'm looking like this, I'm like that. You understand? You can't use just one brush to paint people.
But I feel like Meghan herself, that's enough to know that there's something off. Because at the end of the day, like most times the royal family, when they marry people, they tend to, not saying marry inside, but they tend to marry people that's like them. Like if you look at with Prince William with his wife Kate, like she's quite upper middle class already, and it made sense. He's going to be the king anyway. Like when Charles dies, he's going to be king, so they can paint him as he has to be the the traditionalist king, right? Yeah. Harry was always people think he was the black sheep.
He was always the outsider in the family.
Yeah,
like they had them drunk photos in Paris one time.
What do they call them? Those kind of people, like
black sheep.
Not even black sheep, like kind of like a something flower.
Prodigal son, but not
someone that's just like out there, like more than what the family usually is. They're just a bit out there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say black sheep, because black sheep that's painting him in a bad light, and especially when he did all these
outcast, maybe I don't know.
Lone
wolf.
But yeah, we get it. Yeah.
So obviously when he married Meghan, it wasn't really a surprise to the royal family that he's a bit of a black sheep. But Meghan, obviously, she's a bit different to a lot of the girls that have previously been married in there. She's very outspoken for herself in regards to feminism, black rights, etc.
Do you mean to say too outspoken or very?
Too outspoken, probably for them. And when they were telling her, you've got to do A, B, C, and D, she's like, no, that's not what I should be doing.
No.
Listen, to an extent of, for example, like when you're eating with the royal family, for example, you're meant to do certain things. I remember there was one time she had black nail varnish, right, for an event, and I was listening to like a traditionalist royalist. I was like, she's not meant to be having black nail varnish for this specific event, but she did anyway. And there's no way no one would have told her not to have done that. Yeah. But she would have done it because she's like, I'm my own person. I can do that. So she's already a bit of an outcast because A, she's not from the normal aspects of where they're marrying from. And B, she's doing the odd thing here and there that are not traditionalist for the royal family. So they're kind of like, you come here, right? You're changing Harry a bit. You're doing things that are not traditionalist to what we should be doing. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a big deal. No, it's not.
But then Harry wasn't, as we've explained, that Harry was
already
doing things like that. So why? I just don't see the hate that the royal family will have for Meghan. Because Harry is exactly the same. I just see it as the British media have seen it, that she is different, so they're going to attack her. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I agree, because I feel like they're passing the buck.
Yeah,
they're passing the buck.
Because I just see the royal family. Yeah, like I said, I think Harry's exactly the same. He does things. Diana was exactly the same. She spoke out. She done things that were slightly different. Mm-hmm. And and spoke out.
Deliberately.
Yeah, but
And
They bring the mic a bit close to it.
sorry.
Yeah.
how did she end up?
And exactly, but yeah, the media vilified her as well. So
Yeah, I feel like you're right. Maybe because if the media were just to shut up, what would actually come out? But then part of me, I'm a is it cynicist or I'm
Cynical.
I'm cynical because I feel like, for example, things like the media, the royal family could easily be leaking X, Y, and Z out and saying and putting out the stories and the narrative that they want. If they want to, I don't know that for fact, but it's something they can easily do.
Of course they could.
It's very easy for them. So I don't know who or what to believe. I believe that maybe Meghan's doing things a little bit different, but I feel like she's probably being still respectful because she knows what she got into when she was getting into this.
She knew
Absolutely.
she knew what she was getting into, but I don't think she expected it.
Yeah,
to
but
be
I-
this
what a tough job though, as well.
Yeah.
That's what I just think, because you've fallen in love with someone, and then you've got that extra baggage of going into the royal family, having the British media on you, being a princess. I couldn't imagine it.
Because she's been getting battered from the beginning.
Yeah.
First, it was her dad. They talk. In fact, they were and the worst part is they kind of brought up the dad, but then they kind of just let him get away with all the kind of stuff that, because he has a bit of not a shady past, but checkered. Like, he's not the greatest person, but they were getting onto the mum. So then you think, oh, that's a bit. The mum's a right, upstanding as citizen. She works full time. She's got her own business, but they're not promoting that the mum's a good person. They're kind of trying to make the mum a problem figure. Then it goes from there. Then there's all these little things like, oh, she's not crossing her legs this way and blah, blah, blah. And the British media are just coming out and they're just making things a lot worse than they actually are. Obviously, when you join when you join the royal family, there's going to be, and for me as well, I feel like the royal family, we're going to modernize to an extent anyway now with this new social media age. William and Thing, we're going to make them modernize a little bit. I'm not saying drastic, but I'm saying that they would have made them, a little bit looser.
Because I always thought that when he married Kate, I always thought that they were going to be more modern.
Yeah.
But it looks like they haven't at all.
No.
Like Kate, you don't hear from Kate. You see her, but she's just traditional. She's the mum in the house. William goes out to work.
Did Kate have anything going on before?
Yeah, she went to uni. She had.
Yeah.
She was
No. Did she have anything going on before? As in, was she out there? Was she doing stuff? Not really.
She wasn't, and
No,
that's
not
what
really.
that's what a normal person wants to
And
be. A
that's
child should
what.
be. Today's world, it's very challenging with the social media. There is a lot of things out there. They have kids to look after, and it's very tiring. She needs to put in a lot of energy to look after the kids. What kind of time does she have to go and start to broadcast herself, or sitting, inappropriately, or anything of that nature?
So, Uncle, you don't approve of some of the stuff Meghan's doing?
Approve of?
So, some of the stuff that she's doing, that she's getting flack for from the media, i.e., for example,
I think
do you feel like she deserves it a little bit?
I think she could easily have controlled it.
Right. Okay.
She could easily have been flexible and understand that she's not in front of the media all the time. And if you are going to be there, there's rule of engagement. Anything you are doing is just like while I'm here, I've had more than 200 calls. Just to be exaggerate. Do you mean if I want to do what I want, I can say I'm picking up my calls? Some of them are business calls, but there is rule of engagement. If I start picking the call, it's going to interrupt our discussion. You understand? So the rule of engagement automatically says I must leave my phone. There's no way I'm going to be married to the royal and say I'm going to do whatever I want. Because at every given time that I come out into the public domain,
It's going to be scrutinized.
there's going to be interest in me. People are going to look at what I'm wearing, how I'm wearing it, who I'm looking, and what I'm doing. And once you know this, there's always a way you can avoid it. But if you deliberately want to be in the limelight and you don't want to control your dressing, your sitting, it's not only in the royal family, even in the showbiz. In the showbiz, if you are going to be out there, you have you have to do certain things. If you must be a broadcaster, there are certain things, especially if it is the television, you have to. There are certain way you're going to dress as a weather person.
But do you know what it is? It's like I understand, like we were talking earlier about finding a girl that's flexible and whatnot, yeah. But like you said, there was bits that she could have done better. But to an extent, you look at some of the scrutiny. There were things that she was doing, Meghan Markle. They were scrutinizing her, and Kate was doing the exact same thing. And because the media portrayed it, and like for example, Meghan Markle
flights.
had little things, the flights, the avocado,
Ridiculous.
the avocado. I had an avocado. Meghan enjoys a thing that's killing people. That's that's causing issues. Kate had an avocado. Oh, she's enjoying a delicious meal, and obviously to an extent, I think Meghan saw that and went, you know what, screw this. I can't win no matter what.
Do you think it would be different if she was a white British female?
100%.
Oh yeah, without question.
So then that just shows how unfair it is for her. Yeah. I think personally, because if she was a white British female, we wouldn't be having the same conversation right now.
Who was it that was bringing up where she's from? Was it Piers Morgan talking about that she's from Compton?
Piers Morgan on Twitter.
She's from Compton. Obviously, Compton is like an area in LA in America, it's in America, and it's known for like there's a lot of in the past there's been a lot of gang activity and stuff, and then they're asking her about whether she has involvement with gangs and things like that of that nature. And she's just there like, what are you talking about? And for example, the flight stuff as well. And then you have people like, what's that woman's name? The one I called the old hag. What's her name?
Kate Hopkins.
You got people like Kate Hopkins that are making whole videos just slandering her completely about things that they all just said that if a white girl did, there would be no...
Yeah.
Nothing.
She doesn't help herself with some things. But I'd liken it to Pogba. The same way as Pogba with the British media. He does things... He doesn't help himself, but at the same time...
They're innocent things.
Like
dancing, haircuts.
And if a white male did the same thing, there wouldn't be the same outroar.
She, in the first place, have attracted attention to her attitude. And when you have expected people to behave in a certain way or form, you are always looking out. And that brings them more out. And you start to judge every single reaction from them or action. If she's patient enough, according to me, and she's able to, for any reason, change and be flexible. Flexibility is very, very important.
Do you not think she's being flexible now?
I don't think so. I think she's pushing her own agenda.
Why would you? What makes you say that?
Yeah, because if you think that institution is in this form, don't forget that the institution has been in it for a very, very long time, and she must have even read about them when she was. We all read about it. You understand? We knew. For me, even if I'm attracted to the guy, that my if I know that I'm not going to accept that institution or their ways of life, I probably wouldn't have want to be with them. You understand? It's just like if I don't like British ways of life, why do I come here? You understand? I have the same thing about people who say, I don't like British, I don't like it. Why do you come there?
I mean, hopefully it could be to the extent where she goes, you know what, this is a sabbatical for now, right? She takes a seat back and goes, all right, Meghan, Harry, let's relax for a bit. Let's think about things. There's some terrible things she did. She should have told the Queen Mother first before it goes public. That should happen first. Little things like that. Those are the kind of things that like you say, keep it in house before it comes out. There's little things she could have done a lot better.
They will have.
Why do we say her instead of them? That's what I hate about the British media. It's her.
True. We've just done it ourselves as well.
Exactly. They're a joint. How do we know that Harry doesn't want to leave, and then Meghan's gone with him?
Yeah, but
we don't know.
But you can know the weaker sex of them. You can know the weaker person amongst them. It is the characteristic. You understand the past reactions. Some of our interviews, some of our reactions to different things. I believe I've actually convinced people that she's going to be the one the strong. Stigmatization, you might call it, but that is where it comes from. People just felt, It's just like I can easily say Jason will want the time to himself. You understand? And if disturbed, is going to react. But doesn't mean that he react at every single time. But that stigmatization is it with him. Everybody thinks expected of him.
Yeah.
So when situation happens, you always go, "Oh, Jason,
Yeah,
is
it
it
was
true that you
Jason.
did this or that?" You know, characteristics. You understand?
So she's never going to lose it now, you think?
You know, but she can still check it off. It's early days.
But-
Because now the PR machine has come into it.
She needs to get her own PR machine. She needs
You
to.
know,
She needs
you
to
know,
do
but
Olivia
if,
Pope.
no matter the amount of PR machine she gets, right? If it is not in line, it's still going to fall in the. You know, there is power in media, and by the time they all come together, it's just like Trump. So some media houses, whatever it does, it's not right. Even if everybody is getting one billion pounds, it's not right. You understand? Because he has made himself. He is the one who actually is the architect of that belief. Everybody just know that he's going to do this. He's going to do that. He's going to do that anyway. You understand? He's going to tweet tonight, and he's going to tweet stupidly. Did you get me?
Yeah.
And everybody expects the characteristic of what he's doing. Doesn't mean that what he did last few weeks is wrong or right, but
They know that's how
they
it's going.
just, because it's Trump.
But Uncle, I feel like people are forgetting that Meghan has made a huge sacrifice because she sacrificed her career. Her career is gone. She was an actress, so I'm sure that's something that she worked. She worked very, very hard to become.
Was she on top of her game at
Yeah,
that particular time?
yeah, she was
good.
on.
She
She
was
was on
good.
one
She
of
was
the
good.
most popular TV shows
At
on
that particular time,
Yes,
or
Uncle.
she's more at advantage now that she has married
Uncle,
the
she
royal.
was on.
and she was
high.
going to catch.
She had just been on a show that was starting to get acclaim globally, and that would have probably been the springboard. for her-
Probably.
No, in fact, it would have definitely been the springboard for her to
Okay.
go and do bigger and better
But
things.
could he have not? I mean, that couldn't have brought her into this kind of limelight she have today.
Probably.
Not today.
Not
he's,
today.
He's trying to say to
The
the, extent
rating.
now.
Oh.
To the extent now.
To the extent now,
We
if
don't
you
know
put
that.
it on a par, the name, the image of the royal family,
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
the kind of noise that we generate.
She wouldn't have the quite the global appeal or global
You
thing that
see,
she has now.
Will I be unfair to say she's taking advantage?
How? She hasn't been able to
I mean,
capitalize.
because she's going out to capitalize on the popularity and the hula hoop that
I mean, when you put it like this, right? This is conspiracy theory.
I know where you're going.
I know. We've only got like 10 minutes left, so we're going to try wrap this up. But this is, well, from what you're saying, I agree with Meghan Markle because I'm on her side because I think the media has been horrible to her. The white British media has been horrible to her. So I'm on her side for, and I like strong people. But you're right, the whole flexibility thing. The idea of maybe she's like, you know what? I've got this popularity now with Harry and stuff. We're now going back to do our own thing. Like we're saying, we're now financially independent.
Yeah.
There's no way they can go do the 100% now. They're going to be 100% fine because they can go do their own thing. She's with Harry, a prince, and they've left the royal family. That's a big thing. Like you're saying, that's a big thing.
Gonna be raking in.
If she writ a book, oh my god.
Even she's doing the Disney. They're considering doing it. Is it Disney voiceover?
Yeah,
Disney voiceover for I don't know what.
There's no
what
restrictions from the
cartoon
royal
it is.
family anymore. There's no restrictions for them to say you can't do this or that.
But I've heard that the money that they're getting from it, most of it's going to like a charity or something.
That's fine.
But
it might not even be
that's
a charity
that's
thing.
just one opportunity they've gotten so far. Who's to say how many opportunities they're gonna get in the future now that they're on a sabbatical? Should we call it?
especially now the Canadian government is pushing the bill of their security and more to come. You see, that is why I said, can I be fair if I say she's taking advantage? Of course, I won't say that. All I'm wishing is one time, one day, she's going to be flexible, and honestly speaking, she can still make a lot of money and her career can still go high up there.
What are the rules? Sorry, Uncle. What are the rules? Are they allowed to make money?
They are now.
Of course.
No. But when they were in it, they weren't allowed.
You can't. So it's basically 95% of the wealth they were gaining from is from like
The
Queen's
royal.
taxpayer or Queen's money or historical money.
Yeah.
5% of the money could be made elsewhere. You can't, for example, have wealth with regards to like businesses and stuff, because it's not really fair, you know, on the taxpayer. But now they're financially, you know, able to do what they please, really. But anyway, quickly, couple minutes. Any rattles of the week, Dad? Anything that's annoyed you this week, or anything that's annoyed you,
or surprised you?
Yeah. What's the most annoying thing I've ever done that's ever rattled you?
That's who has ever done.
Mike.
Me or
Uncle,
Jonathan?
in fact, no. Uncle, let's touch on a memory.
Okay,
Close to our hearts.
okay.
Let's talk about the famous house party, Uncle. The house party.
Yes.
Run us through what happened. Like what your reaction.
How did you find out, first of all?
Yeah. The house party.
Where were you? Where were you, Uncle? Where were you going to?
I think we went to Northampton or somewhere.
Yeah,
or
Northampton.
Was it Northampton or we went
Northampton,
to
yeah.
Ireland? And we were there. We left him at home. And if you permit me, can I ask him what was in your head at that particular time?
I was thinking about wrestling.
Yeah, clearly,
because that was like another Prince Harry. Unbelievable.
Prince
You
Harry.
know, what we noticed, we didn't have any camera.
He told me that.
Yeah, we didn't have any camera. But what we noticed was when we came back, we noticed that number one, we have the bean, what is it called? Bucket was full up. And was like, wow. Your mom was, she's always curious, She goes,
sharp.
She was like, hello, Benga! And I said, wow, come. And I just came. Can you not see anything? I said, whoa, look at this is full. I said, yeah, it's full. Because at that particular time I was feeling like I should have some rest, get used to my house again. And I said, okay, she went. I think she discovered that some of the places you actually clean, you didn't clean it well. Right?
Slop.
She saw that. Then she went to where my drinks are. She saw that the arrangement was very, very wrong. And she says, what happened here? Right? And I think she went to the neighbor opposite.
Snitch.
Yes. And
Snitch nigga.
And they didn't want to say anything. And we say, no, we know something happened. He said, no, they were really good. They came to me and they said they are going to keep things down.
Snitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Rita,
At
I'm not
that
gonna
time-
forget this,
At that time,
Rita, I'm not gonna forget
we
this
had
shit.
our facts. So we are now looking for more evidence. We're starting to go to the garden. We saw some tops of cigarettes. We saw different kind of thing. And we start piling up our evidences.
This is so
And we say,
schoolboy.
they even did this.
This is so
they even do
schoolboy.
that. They even do this. They even do that. And by that time, we want to come to your school to come and pick you up.
Because I remember the first day, it was a Monday, I came,
Yes.
and everything was cool and nice. I was thinking,
Yes. We were still gathering evidence.
yeah, I was,
So they let it marinate.
yeah, and I was like,
One day.
everything's cool. 'Cause
Yes.
I was a bit like
So he thought he
wary.
got away with it as well.
I was wary. I was still wary.
We couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Even till now, I can't believe it.
Tuesday, I came in, opened
An
the door.
average African boy brings people to his father's home. If you have done that in Africa, I will be making pepper soup of you.
Because I remember, even on the Tuesday, I was a bit wary. Like, have they known? And opened the door. Hey, Markle, you good? I was like, oh, this is
I
fine.
want to trap you. I want to use the same system my dad uses. It will trap you into this kind of room in a corner.
So he's playing the mind
and
games.
you.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? With his blala with him. You know what is blala? You know koboko?
Koboko.
Yeah.
Cane.
Cow skin.
Cow
Tough.
skin.
Cane.
Proper cow skin. Right.
And I remember the Wednesday. The Wednesday was the one.
Yes.
My defenses were down.
Yes.
My defenses were down. So
Vulnerable.
down. I opened the door. As soon as I opened the door, all I saw was a fist. Just connected. Buckles.
You wanted to be a wrestler, didn't you?
I was the one who hit you first.
Yeah, buckles. cool. And as soon as I hit the floor, I just went, I know why. I know why.
You know why immediately?
I knew why. I was like, I know why.
The worst part is for you, Mike, is that if I came, you wouldn't have been caught. If I had come, you wouldn't have been caught.
No, you know the timing was not enough. And you know they were good. Every time we have called them, hello, how now? Everything they okay? Everything is fine. How about Jonathan? In there here. You know we can't believe it.
But Uncle, he missed the details. And those are the details that I would pick up.
Oh my God.
Things like the cigarette butts.
Yes.
The bin.
The bin.
The bin would have been out.
The bin was the one that gave you out.
Come on,
it was too much tin in the bin.
I can't lie. The bin, I even threw some in like the other bin outside because I was like, they'll clock all the alcohol. So I threw it in the bin, like a neighbor's bin.
Yes, those are the clues. We're looking, we searched all the place and we're piling up all the evidences against you.
Was the house too tidy as well?
No, it's tidy in the wrong area.
It was like, man's moving like Sherlock Holmes, man, and Dr. Watson.
Why
this is mad. Inspector Gadget.
I didn't come because Mike invited me, and I had the excuse because we were doing stock take when we used to work at Sports Direct together. We're doing stock take at Sports Direct, so I was gonna tell my mum and dad, I've got to do stock take. I'm gonna stay over at Mike's for the night afterwards. It's gonna take a long time, 10 o'clock. So then I was like, nah, I'm not coming.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not coming.
Why did you have a party? What was the...
We've got about 2 minutes left, but the reason I had a party was, like Dad said, I was being Prince Harry, man. Like,
wild boy.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just more like, do you know those ones I was like, I'm just gonna chill, and then people put ideas in my head like, yo, man, like have a little party. And I was thinking, you know what? If nothing breaks, and I keep everything under control, which I did, it should be fine. But back then, I wasn't really thinking about like the respect side of things. Like, yo, like if you wanted to have a party, just ask.
You're actually a madman.
I want to be there to make sure nothing goes wrong and be crazy.
That's right.
And the thing is, I never really like. I'll end this now because we've got like 2 minutes, like a minute left. But like I said, when I was younger, I didn't really understand the things that my dad was trying to implement into my head and to me as a person. And I'll truly tell this now. After uni is when I really started to appreciate my dad more, because I was like, the reason he's been so tough on me is because he was trying to get me on this path, and I can see the path now. Like I'm saying, I'm thinking about things and thinking about the future now. And the reason I'm doing all these kind of things is because of my dad. And that's why I truly say now. Back then, I was like, this guy's a pagan. Guy hates my guts. The guy, this devil. But I think back to he did this out of love. And the reason why I'm saving, I'm going to have to buy a house at some point this year. If it wasn't for my dad, I could have gone on a wild path. And I know that I would have been, I look at my best friend in London, I could have been doing a madness, Like my best friend in London, he's a road man. He does crud. I think to myself, if it wasn't thanks to my dad, I could have been on that path. And that's what I truly know today. Like, even though I do crazy, wild things or whatever, I'm respectable. I'm a nice person. I've got a plan for my life. And I help other people around me as well. That's something that my dad always does. I noticed he helps other uncles and aunties. I try and help my family and my friends with things. That's why I'm not stingy with things. I always try and help. And that's because of my dad. If I tell you that really and truly. Love you, man.
Can I ask you for the last time?
Yeah.
How many times do you want to wash your car? Keep the car tidy.
I will do.
Thank you.
And we out.
Oh, by the way, I said the welcome to episode, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the pod.
We out.
That's good, man.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Thank you for not swearing.
That's right. Easy, Uncle. It's easy.
You don't know.
It's
Don't
easy.
know.
It's interesting.
There we go.
Don't worry, you go places. Keep it up.
That was good.
Rome was not built in a day.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Chill.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Thank
chill.
you.
Bless you guys.
Love you, Dad.
Thank you.
Right.
Donny.
Thank you.
See you later, everyone. Much love. Go share the pod and that, innit?